story is a timeless adventure set on the planet Floralis in the Alcor system of the Silmarillion galaxy. Get ready to explore the mysterious adventures of the universe together. Have a wonderful time.
Once upon a time, there was a curious girl called Alice who lived in a small English village. One summer day, she was sitting by the river with her sister. As Alice looked around in boredom, she saw a white rabbit running in a hurry. The rabbit was not an ordinary rabbit. It was wearing a waistcoat and looking at a pocket watch, muttering, "I'm late, I'm late." Alice's curiosity was aroused, and she started to run after the rabbit. The rabbit went into a hole under a big bush. Without hesitation, Alice jumped into the hole after the rabbit. After a deep fall, Alice found herself in a slowly floating environment. She passed shelves, cupboards, and lamps, even curiously examining some of them. Finally, she landed on a patch of soft grass and stood up. Looking around, she realized that this place was very different from the world she knew. As Alice wandered through this strange land, the first creature she met was a sad mouse. The mouse told her the strange rules of Wonderland and how she could survive here. Alice decided to explore this new world and set off. Soon, she came across a lively and colorful tea party with the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, and the Sleepy Mouse. This tea party was crazier and more irrational than ever. During the tea party, Alice learned from the Hatter that time had stopped, and that's why it was always tea time. Everyone was asking each other riddles and having illogical conversations. Even in this strange environment, Alice learned new things and had fun. However, the tea party was coming to an end, and Alice decided to leave to make more discoveries. Continuing on her way, Alice found herself in the Queen's magnificent rose garden. In the garden, card soldiers were busy coloring the white roses red. Witnessing the Queen's cruelty and orders, Alice did not know what to do in the face of this injustice. The Queen forced Alice to play crocodile. In the game, Alice and others used flamingos as mallets and hedgehogs as balls. In the middle of the game, Alice was startled by the Queen's order. Off with their heads. The Queen was threatening to inflict this terrible punishment on anyone who failed in the game. Alice summoned her courage and protested to the Queen and stood up against her injustice. However, the Queen's anger did not subside, and she ordered Alice to be beheaded too. Alice quickly fled the forest to escape this order. On the run, Alice found herself in a dark and foggy forest. Here, she met the Cheshire Cat. The cat advised Alice about the irrationalities of this world and the need to find her own way. With the cat's encouragement and inner guidance, Alice continued her adventure in Wonderland. She gained more courage and wisdom at every step. Alice was finally brought into a courtroom. It was a farcical trial for the alleged theft of a tart. The Queen's sense of justice showed itself here too. Alice raised her voice against all this nonsense and defended justice. However, the court descended into chaos, and Alice found herself having to flee quickly. After her escape, Alice followed the white rabbit again, and suddenly found herself at the mouth of the hole from which she had fallen. Back in the real world, she opened her eyes and realized that everything had been a dream. Around her, her family was still having a picnic, and the sunlight was dancing on the grass. Under the influence of this extraordinary adventure, Alice returned to the real world. This experience taught her the value of courage, wisdom, and curiosity. Even if it was a dream, every moment was unforgettable. Alice returned to her family and began to tell them about this wonderful adventure. Wonderland would live forever in Alice's heart and mind.